In the heart of Charlotte, North Carolina, a city that prides itself on growth and opportunity, a tragedy unfolded that shocked the world. On what seemed like an ordinary evening, inside a moving train, a young woman's life was stolen in an act of sheer senselessness. Her name was Iryna Zarutska, a 23-year-old Ukrainian refugee. She had survived the devastation of war in her homeland, only to lose her life in a place she thought would be safe. Iryna's story. Iryna had fled Ukraine in 2022, escaping the horrors of Russia's invasion. For her, America was a new beginning, a chance to rebuild, to study, to live in peace. Friends remembered her as full of energy, ambitious, and always hopeful. She carried the weight of her past but balanced it with dreams of a brighter future. Charlotte became her home, a place she believed could offer security and opportunity. The day of the murder. On August 22, 2025, Iryna boarded the Lynx Blue Line light rail. It was a routine journey. She sat down, never realizing that a man with a troubled past had chosen the seat just a few rows behind her. His name was DeCarlos Brown Jr., a 34-year-old with a long criminal record and a history of disturbing behavior. For 4 minutes, the train moved quietly, nothing out of the ordinary. Then suddenly, without warning, Brown pulled out a knife. He lunged forward and stabbed Iryna 3 times. One of the wounds, to her neck, proved fatal. The entire assault lasted seconds, but it ended a life that had already endured so much. The escape and arrest. After the stabbing, Brown stepped off the train as if nothing had happened. He attempted to disappear into the crowd, but police were already on the lookout. Within minutes, he was arrested at the next station. In his possession was the knife still stained with Iryna's blood, undeniable evidence of the brutality he had unleashed. The killer's profile. Who was DeCarlos Brown? He wasn't a stranger to crime. He had a lengthy criminal history and alarming signs of mental instability. His own sister later admitted that Brown was deeply paranoid, convinced that Iryna had been reading his mind. This was no robbery, no dispute. It was a random, unprovoked act of violence committed against a young woman who simply wanted to ride the train home. Legal fallout. Brown was charged with first-degree murder, but the case quickly gained federal attention. Because the killing took place on a public transportation system, federal prosecutors stepped in. Now, Brown faces not only state charges but also federal charges, the kind that carry the possibility of life in prison, or even the death penalty. The courtroom battle ahead will decide his fate, but for Iryna's family and community, no legal outcome can erase their grief.